Good morning. Today I'm here working with Miss Emery Ross before class, and we are preparing the lesson that she will facilitate today. My goal for today is to actually combine multiple strategies in my honors 9th grade literature and composition course, and we're going to begin by having a review lesson. So when the students walk in, Emery, what will they first receive when they walk through the door?
They're going to receive colored cards that basically decide which group they're in, and they match up with the people from their group and then sit tight and wait for directions.
Okay, so we will begin class with a verb conjugation quiz as a review to ensure that students have studied their vocabulary and that they comprehend what it means to conjugate and why it's so important when you are writing anything and how it greatly alters the comprehension of a written text. After that, what will we then do, Emery?
All right, so after that, we're going to read a part of, okay, so there's a sentence, it's an exemplary sentence, and the students will have a conversation about whether or not it's grammatically correct, and they're going to challenge the sentence and each other. So it's going to be in the format of a Socratic seminar.
Okay, and then we will then move into our groups, which is what the numbered cards were for, where we're going to complete a twist on the think of a time activity. Because I do teach honors English and about 1/4 of my students are gifted, I decided to take this to the next level just to have them to interact with it more. So we're currently reading the memoir A Long Way Gone by Mr. Ishmael Baya, which is the story of a child soldier in Sierra Leone. So Emery will then lead the rest of the class on what to do, which is what we're currently working on, making sure she understands it, while I walk around and facilitate and assist students who might need extra assistance. So Emery, what will you do?
Okay, so you're going to read a passage from A Long Way Gone. I'm going to facilitate that, and the students will read and annotate them, and basically that will help to demonstrate their comprehension of what they've learned so far.
Okay, so Emery, when we're annotating, do we just tell the story, or what should we be doing while we're annotating?
You basically reflexively write down all of your reactions to everything in the text, and you make side notes on things you want to remember. You circle vocabulary, words you don't know, but that you're going to look up later. Anything that helps deepen your understanding of the text.
Okay. Will we also be able to identify if we see things like internal, external conflict? Could that also be noted?
That should be noted.
Okay, very good. So then after they read, they're going to begin their think of a time strategy. I chose to have them to read and then to write so I can ensure that they're reading and using textual evidence to support their arguments while they are writing. So Emery, I need to make sure she understands, is going to go through the different rounds with us, and you'll realize that I've added a 4th round to this because it states it in the book, but it doesn't really number it, and I thought that it really should be numbered. Okay, Emery, so what's round? So the kids are in groups of how many?
3.
So during the first round of Think of a Time, the purpose of Think of a Time is to have students to analyze a concept or an event from different points of view to do what, Emery?
To better understand it more and get a broader perspective and just understand the issue in a newer, broader way.
Okay. So when we go through round 1 of Think of a Time, it's entitled?
Yes. Round 1 is as a participant. So the students will, after analyzing the passage from A Long Way Gone, they're going to list the participants in that passage and explain their actions and what they're doing.
Okay. So we'll probably give them about 5 minutes. Then we'll move to round 2, which is called?
So round 2 is as an observer, and in that one, the students are writing from the point of somebody who is watching what's happening in A Long Way Gone, and they're going to write maybe what they would think if they'd been seeing Ishmael and Junior and their friends going through that time.
Okay. Round 3.
Okay, round 3 is as a supporter, which means they would be writing from the perspective of someone who is like supporting
someone in the text.
like basically a character in the text.
Okay. And round 4, which is the one that I have added, but it's actually the last step in the think of a time process, which is
So it's called Synthesize, and so it's when the last group they make a list of attributes and elements that are central in the passage, and they reflect on what they know about the idea, and then what they gained by what knowledge they gained by going through.
No, you got to use the characters that are there.
So that woman that helped the man. All right.
Y'all got it?
To pretend we took place as a participant of the event that took place in the story that we just read.
I am now reviewing with Lola, who is my second facilitator of the day, and she is going to review with me our last round, which is round 4. So Lola, tell me, what do you understand about round 4?
So round 4, the groups go back. You go sit with your original groups, either 1, 2, or 3, and then you have 2 minutes to talk about everything that you've gone over in rounds 1, 2, and 3, and then you have 3 minutes to write about what you just talked about.
So what is round 4 called?
Synthesize.
All right, Lola. So what is the purpose of this activity, do you think?
To discuss a long way gone and depict it
Using.
from different perspectives.
All right. And why would this be important when you're analyzing literature?
Because then you know who's talking and all that point of view.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
Okay. So what happens if you're looking at the story and you just read it as if it's from Ishmael Bay's perspective, but you don't think about the other characters? Or you never contemplate what they may be thinking or feeling?
That's not good, because then you don't know what they're thinking, and they could be thinking completely different from Ishmael. I can't say his name.
That's right, Ishmael.
Okay.
Okay.